Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. What is a conglomerate? Let's go to the definition, and then I'll show you a video of an example of how conglomerates are formed. Okay, let's go.
A conglomerate is a group of different businesses which form one corporate group. A large parent company with subsidiaries in several different sectors is a conglomerate. In the vast majority of cases, conglomerates are huge multinational corporations. Most conglomerates got that way as a result of mergers and acquisitions. They supply diverse goods and/or services. The conglomerate might not completely own all the companies, but it will have an important or majority interest in them. Each company it controls may conduct its business separately. If one company has a majority interest or controlling interest over another, it means that it owns more than 50% of its shares. Each subsidiary of a conglomerate operates as if it were its own boss. However, the subsidiary's senior management report to the senior management or board of directors of the holding company. A holding company is a company that buys and owns shares in other companies. By holding those shares, it can control them. The holding company is the parent company. Each conglomerate's main purpose of having controlling interests in different industries or sectors is to diversify risk. Therefore, when there are financial setbacks, the group suffers less than a company that specializes exclusively in one sector. Berkshire Hathaway, based in Omaha, Nebraska, which Warren Buffett heads, is an example of an extremely successful conglomerate. It wholly owns dozens of companies and has a significant stake in dozens of others. Thank you for watching this brief market business news video on conglomerates.
Okay, let's give you an example of a conglomerate, how conglomerates are formed. Let's go to nature.
Alright, we're standing in Fish Creek Provincial Park in Alberta, Canada, and we have a great example of a conglomerate. So if we zoom in and look at this rock, what we see is that there are different colors. So we have different pieces. Each one of these is a different rock type. So there are some dark colored ones, some light colored ones. As we turn around, we can see them. If we look carefully at the individual class, we can see that they're rounded. So these were all small pieces that went tumbling and rumbling in a river, much like we have running through this area. And these were deposited kind of like this big pile of cobbles that we see right here. And over time, if we can imagine this area getting buried and then covered with more and more sediment, pushing it down, we can take all of these cobbles and compress them, and they can become lithified into a conglomerate. So I find this a really cool example of a conglomerate, partly because it's very obvious to see all of the class and their rounding, but it's also it's a cobble itself, so it can become compacted and lithified, and maybe over geologic time we could come back or come forward to this place and see these cobbles and pebbles turned into another conglomerate.
Okay, let's go to some scripture. I know this scripture is read over and over again, but it's a good example of what's happening in the world today of a evil, wicked conglomerate. Job 9th chapter 24 verse. How it started. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And then you precept that into Psalms 83rd chapter. They was getting given control of the earth, and for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. It's that simple. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off. I'm talking about the conglomerate of the wicked, evil counsel. Going back to the banking families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel, why Israel got to be named? Because we live out the scripture through prophecy. This was prophesied to happen. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. The ultimate goal of what you see happening in the world today by way of these wicked mandates, the ultimate goal is to keep the Israelites from knowing who they are. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the Lord is making happen. That's why he's angry every day at the wicked. And he judges the righteous. And he's raising up the elect through the Spirit. And that 100% true that started with the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Actually started with Albert Bivens back in the 50s and 60s. I don't know much about him, but that's what I learned from the elder apostles. It started with Elder Albert Bivens. And the teaching is let's go to Elijah coming back. Let's go to Malachi. Not to get off the subject, but for the coming of the great and dreadful day. I think it's 3 and 4. Malachi 3rd, chapter 3rd verse. Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me, and the Lord, whom ye seek, shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts. So you got the conglomerate that was formed since Job 9:24. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. And that wicked secret council, they come together in secret council against the Israelites. It's that simple. And you've seen it happen today. Now you got the stab and jab Babylon juicy juice being given out to the people. And that's all part of a wicked plan. And that wicked plan, let's go to Revelation 13. And that wicked plan is the total control. The MOTB, the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, that's the charagma, in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, that's the RFID microchip, that had the mark of the beast. We're living in the beast system. Or the number of his name. So the conglomerates come together, secret council, to rule and do wickedness, come out with wicked mandates, unrighteous decrees and laws to accomplish their plan, their wicked plan. But it's all done from the Heavenly Father giving them control of the planet Earth. It's really beautiful when you think about it. He gave control of the earth to the wicked, and then he sent the Spirit of truth to raise up his elect, to preach against the wicked and the downfall of the kingdoms. Going back to Jeremiah 28:8. He gave the control of the earth to the wicked. But the wicked, he gave control of the earth to the wicked to show what wickedness looked like in flesh. Incarnate. That's why the Esau Edom is the Caucasian. So-called Caucasian race is the devil that the Bible speaks of. It's that simple. But he sent the Spirit of truth out to raise up the elect, to preach the truth on the highways, hedges, street corner, and on the internet. YouTube today. And that's what's happening. Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, both the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what's happening today. These Bible lessons that put up, whether you're speaking calmly or whether you're yelling, Isaiah 58:1, is part of that prophesying against the great kingdom of evil. It's part of the work that's supposed to be done. The Lord is a master chess player, a master strategist. He gave the control of the earth to the wicked, and then he sent his son to die for the sins of his people, the Israelites. And then the spirit of truth, he sent it out in the world to raise up his elect to do the preaching, to get his 1/3 and his 144,000. But 2/3 is not going to listen and not going to want to hear the truth, because 2/3 of Israel is going to be cut off and die. It's that simple. Let's go to that. Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And you see that happening today. 2/3 are rejecting the 100% truth taught by the elder apostles of Great Millstone. But let my multitude perish. Let the multitude perish that was born in vain. But let my great be kept. It's that simple. The preaching is done to offset what the conglomerate of the secret council is doing. But the Lord is the Bible, it gives you who's going to be the winner and who's going to be the loser. It's that simple. I pray this lesson be edifying to the hopeful and those seeking the truth. Shalom.